I've made six figures in prop firm payouts in my trading career so far. And yes, I won't lie, conditions are pretty tough right now. But does that mean it's why you're unprofitable? I hate to break it to you. No, it does not. Okay. Most of you guys think that, oh, I'm unprofitable because Trump's doing all this fuck shit. We're getting Iran news all the time. We had terrible price action leading up by this crazy bull market. And yes, that may be true. It has been difficult to trade, and these have not been by any means my best performing months. But what have I been able to do? I have been able to stay profitable and actually make payouts. Okay? What you guys know here is everything you should know as a trader, everything you think you should know as a trader. You know bias, you know entry model, you probably back tested a lot. You might know the PO3, you might have your psychology on lock. Maybe even your risk management on lock, or what you think your risk management should look like. Risk 1% per day, risk 0.5% per day, only take this risk reward. You might think you actually know what you're doing, but at the end of the day, even with your strategy being good in some way, shape, or form, you're still losing money, okay? And this is the harsh reality right here. You know your strategy, but your accounts just keep getting blown. You keep spending on evals, you might pass a couple, you might get one payout here or there, but at the end of the day, you're not net positive on your eval spend to your payout ratio. Some of you guys haven't even got payouts yet, okay? Now, let's take a look at the top step statistics right here. Only about 13% of people pass their accounts. Only 2 to 3 actually get payouts once they're on funded accounts, and 0.1% actually reach the stage of being live. Like I said, I've gotten over 6 figures in payouts. I've been moved to live with multiple firms. So safe to say, I actually know what I'm talking about here. And I'm going to explain exactly what you guys are doing incorrectly, because it's not some magic pill strategy. It's not, oh, you need to trade an inversion at this specific time during the day. I don't have some magical 90% win rate. Okay, I do things in a logical manner. And let's talk about exactly what that is. So let me pose you the question. Is there anything you can do, or do you just really have to eat dog shit conditions? Do you just have to take this? Well, again, knowing ICT concepts, guys, does not necessarily equal profitability. And yes, I trade ICT concepts. I also know profitable traders who trade order flow, fractals, supply and demand. I know profitable people who trade breakouts, support and resistance, okay? Knowing a set of concepts that you might think is superior to another set doesn't turn you profitable, okay? What actually does turn you profitable? It's going to be two very specific things that I'm honestly confused about why more people in the space don't talk about this. Maybe because a lot of people are just capping about how much money they make, but it's adapting to conditions and prop firm diversification, okay? Now, the goal of this specific video I'm making today is to show you exactly what a realistic P&L looks like on prop firms. Most people will show you the good, not what actually goes in to get there and how much you might actually have to spend to get payouts. You're going to learn how the top 0.1% prop firm traders actually trade with prop firms. You're also going to learn why copy trading accounts might actually be setting you back months at a time instead of progressing you to that higher payout that you're always trying to target every single week. And finally, how to actually take payouts even when conditions aren't amazing. So the first thing we're going to do is actually look at what a realistic P&L with prop firms actually looks like. Is every single month going to look like all winning days, $25,000 trades? No, it's not. So there's a lot of logistics that go into trading prop firms versus a live account. It's not as simple as I'm going to risk $1,000 to make $1,000. There's evaluation fees, there's activation fees, there's profit splits, there's time restraints, there's rules. So it's a little bit of a different process, and you can't think about it in the same way that you think about trading live accounts. Like I said, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I've been fucking trading since COVID, okay? But it still makes me 5 times what I can make trading my live account every single month. It's made me over 25 times the profits I've made trading my live account in a single month before. Okay, so there's definitely a correct way to trade prop firms, and there's an incorrect way too, which most of you guys are currently doing. Now again, let's take a look at what a realistic P&L looks like, what kind of expenses you can expect to go into trading accounts once you're at a point where you feel comfortable in your strategy. Okay, So these are my two last payouts that I took. This was in the same week. So it took me 5 trading days to actually pass the evaluations, and we'll take a look at that in a second. But before profit split, this was about a $10,000 day. And then obviously there's a $2,000 buffer on TPT. So after the buffer, that came out to $7,645, which after profit split, it's about $6,000 and some change. Okay. This one right here, which I actually took before this one, so this was technically the first payout in this week, is about $6,000, came out to $4,000, and then a little over $3,000 and some change after my profit split. So right around a $9,000 week just with Take Profit Trader. The first thing we need to take a look at is what we call eval spend. Okay, that's the amount of money you're spending on evaluations, or the way you need to be thinking about it, your initial investment of your money. For these two specific payouts, what I did is I actually ended up trading 10 evaluations. Okay. At my point in my career, I know my strategy is extremely profitable. I know my process is extremely profitable. I passed so many accounts. I've gotten, like I said, over 6 figures in payouts. So there's no reason for me to take evals passively. I'm not recommending this unless you're at a solid point in your career where you've gotten payouts, you're pretty locked in. But again, you go aggressive once you're at a certain point. If you guys haven't even passed an account yet, there's no reason you should be going aggressive on risk. Go track profitable data. Maybe go watch my other YouTube videos on how to do that and build a profitable strategy and actually know you're profitable. Anyways, I go aggressive on my evaluations. So in this scenario, I was copy trading all of my evaluations. Okay, so the first 5 blew up. Decent setup, wasn't an A+ setup, took the trade, blew my accounts. Okay. On the same day, I was waiting for the same setup to basically happen. It kind of just wanted to make one final sweep before we started to deliver. There was, funny enough, an Iran news candle that stopped me out in the first set of evals. So loaded them back up and took that trade, and I halfway passed the accounts. The next day, I caught another winning trade on my first trade. Boom, accounts are passed. Rest of the week, I just had to basically open a micro and close it to get my winning days. Okay, overall, past 5 accounts, that costed me $1,000. Okay, after their discount code, it was about $100 per 10 accounts, or $100 per account times 10. So that's about $1,000 in spend here. And I'm fully loaded with 5 PA accounts at this point, 5 pro accounts technically. But let's move on, right? It took me $1,000. If you have a better performance, it could only take you $500. I usually won't copy trade more than twice. Like potentially I might do all 5 another time and spend $1,500 if conditions are great. But yeah, this kind of depends on where setups are looking. But anyways, let's move on. Let's get to the point here. When I was on the PA accounts, we'll talk about diversification in a second. But the way that I trade, I don't trade all of them at the same time. I ended up blowing 3 of the accounts, and I took the other 2 to the above balances up here. Okay? So me doing that, yes, I blew 3 accounts. However, I took 2 accounts to a total of, after profit split, after everything, $9,300. I risked $1,000 to make $9,300. That is almost a 1 to 10 risk to reward. If you look on a risk to reward chart, your win rate, if you're going to risk $1,000 to make $9,300 on a live account, you're probably going to have far under even a 15% win rate, a 10% win rate. But with this, I'm just taking normal setups and diversifying properly, so I'm making almost a 1 to 10 on my money. What you guys need to be doing leading into my next point here, now that you kind of understand, okay, what can a realistic P&L look like, which, not even a shocker, it's fucking crazy. You can make 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 30 on your money with prop firms if you're good at trading and you know how to set it up properly, which is what we're going to talk about in this video. So again, you need to think in terms of risk to reward constantly. And I'm not just talking about what your system requires. I'm not talking about, oh, I take 1 to 1 trades, I take 1 to 10 trades. Obviously, you need to think about that. What you also need to think about, in addition to that, is your eval spend to payout ratio. That is going to be the RR that you're going to focus on. Okay, eval spend to payout ratio. Am I outspending what my payouts look like? Let's identify the problem for most of you here. This is how most of you guys are trying to trade prop firm accounts, and it just doesn't work. You think that once you get a payout or once you pass a challenge, you're like, I'm locked in, I'm profitable. Bang, I'm going to go stack 20 accounts with Apex. I'm going to copy trade them. And if I copy trade them and, I take good trades and just follow my system, I'm going to get a $60,000 payout this month, right? If I'm profitable, why wouldn't I? Well, what happens? I'm sure you guys have tried that and you get cooked again and again. Thousands of dollars down the drain as far as activation fees, eval fees. And what that ends up doing is you had 20 accounts and you blow them all at the same time. That takes weeks to even months to potentially recover those accounts with not a single payout to show for it. Think about that. You had 20 accounts, 20 different potential opportunities to get even one payout to make all your money back potentially. You could have spent $3,000 on evals, maybe $4,000 if you have 20 accounts. You could have taken 2 or 3 of those accounts to get a payout and recovered all your money and then continued to trade and make more of your return on your money. But instead, you decided to trade all 20 and got greedy and said, I'm going to take a $60,000 payout. What you guys need to do is identify current conditions, diversify, and sit out if conditions are already poor. Okay? Most of you guys will take all these copy traded accounts and see every single day as an opportunity to trade. That would be incorrect. Conditions have clearly been fucking insane recently. Okay? They've been either pretty choppy or the market is just insanely parabolic. You don't really see your setup. Anyways, you get the point. So that's an easy thing to tell you. Just sit out if your setups aren't there. But this is really what I actually want to focus on, is diversifying. Okay? This is the main point of the video. And honestly, probably the shift you're going to see in your trading after you start to apply this knowledge. You need to be willing to spend. However, you need to diversify. Okay? I can't stress enough. This is the best analogy I can possibly come up with to explain this. Prop trading is like allocating a stock portfolio. Okay? It's a much more aggressive stock portfolio, obviously, because you're making way more returns on your money, but it's like a stock portfolio. Think of it this way. This is not investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor, not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but again, investment 101. Would you just put all of your portfolio into NVIDIA because it looks good, or all of your portfolio into Zoom or Zillow or a random stock just because you think it looks good? No. Why would you do that? And this goes back to why I'm pretty anti-copy trading until you get to a very prestigious point in your career of payouts. You have to think of it this way. Instead of risking $1,000 to go and make $1,000, you're risking $1,000 for multiple chances at making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Multiple chances here, okay? So let's move on here. This is probably you if you're trading the same account every single trade. Your wallet's cooked. It's fucking cooked. Your credit cards are cooked. Your wallet's cooked. This is what you actually need to be doing to be taking real fucking payouts and actually putting money back into your bank account with trading prop firms. You need to be assigning accounts different roles, okay? And I'm not going to drop you exactly my allocation, exactly the way that I risk every single account that I trade. This is for you guys to develop your own system. I'm telling you how to do this because this is exactly what I've done for me and my students based on data. Collect your data and then figure out what makes sense to assign your accounts, okay? I typically like to at least have a normal account, a couple normal accounts, a couple aggressive accounts. Me personally, I will have trades where I'm more predictive, bottom and top ticking, and then trades where I'm more reactive. I'm waiting for confirmation. Lower risk to reward, higher risk to reward. Reactive is lower R. This is higher R. But overall, test what works. Also, I might have accounts where I don't trade them all on the same day. I might have accounts where I grab a group and I say, I'm not even going to trade these this week. I have a shitload of allocation right now, so I'm going to take 10 of my accounts and not even bother putting a single dime of risk on the table this entire week. And if that week happens to be shit, even with diversification, I might only get 1 or 2 payouts. But the next week, I have a completely fresh set of accounts to diversify again with, okay? So this is the main point of the video. Assign accounts different roles to trade with. Obviously, make sure your system is profitable through tracking data, but this is what I've done with all of my students in my mentorship. This is how I've created prop firm record-breaking traders, okay? This is T-Blow. He is extremely consistent, diversified properly. We made him an exact plan catered to the way he trades, and he took a 50K account up to $106,000, and he got the #1 payout for the month on Elite. This is Jay. Planned him out, diversify, top 100 traders at the entire firm of Apex Trader Funding, okay? I have taken so many students to the point where they are ripping multiple 5-figure months with prop firms when they were already a good trader. They just didn't know how to diversify. So that's exactly what I do in my mentorship program. We do have a couple of spots left if you guys are interested in applying. I take on a very small group of traders every few months. So now's that time where I'm accepting a few more people. If you do want to apply, just click the first link down below. But overall, I hope you got a lot of value out of this video and you got to actually see what it takes to take payouts and how I actually trade them to make so much money with these prop firms. It makes me so much more than my live account. You can be profitable on both, but if you guys aren't taking this opportunity to milk prop firms for what they are, you are missing out on one of the most generational wealth creation opportunities in the history of trading the markets. So lock in, test data, diversify your accounts, and figure it the fuck out, because now is the time, okay? If you guys want to actually learn my trading strategy that has made me 6 figures in payouts, in addition to diversification, what I do on the charts, I trade the PO3. You can click right here and watch the video. Hopefully you guys got value out of this, and I'll see you in the next one.